Hello everyone. Always love to open the day by coughing into the stream. Always lovely. It's the Summit Championship. It's Group D. My energy levels are a little bit low. I'm sure that may change if we get some good games. As Goblin and Christian are ready up to give us the opening match of the tournament. Today. Let's jump in. I'm gonna start the day off with some PvP. You should, Ellie, if you want food, you should go see your mom. She's got food for you. One sec, guys. I'm gonna show Ellie. Alrighty. As we get into game number 1 of an opening best of 3 today. A little bit of PvP in a group that's unfortunately only going to be 4 players large. Reached out to a few people in the end looking for a final player. No one that I reached out to replied to me, unfortunately, so we will only have 4 players here in this group B. It's a little unlucky, it's a bit sad, but it's whatever. I didn't really want to add a Protoss in. Honestly, I was really holding out hope that someone would reply to me like this morning, be like, "Oh, yep, actually, yeah, I'm here, I can play." But it didn't happen. So, unfortunately, like I say, it was not meant to be. Was that Pugnion? Cheers for the Sunday SCG from Oz. Hell yeah, love that. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for joining us. You're so far away, and hope you enjoy the games today. Hopefully, going to be some good ones. Obviously, this now being a 4-player group means that only 1 player will get eliminated. And it's fun to see which 3 of them can advance into the top 16. And after today, our top 16 will be fully set. That probe moves around. Cybercore coming up. Next is coming online. We get settled here. Probe just pulls up towards the top into the main base. We'll look to see what's going on. Because what is going on is a proxy robo out on the map, so it's going to be a pretty important part of this one. Proxy robo facility coming in nice and quickly gives us a very good idea of where we are going and what we are going to be seeing here as well. So a little bit of a look on that right off the bat. The couple of adepts are going to shade through and look to see if they can get into anything particularly intriguing anytime soon as well. Good force steals and those adepts get chased away. The Immortal just keeps chrono boosting out, going to pop from the robo facility in a moment. Goblin looking for go full on aggression now. The robo's on the way from Christiana, but obviously it's pretty delayed in comparison to the speed at which Goblin is about to be striking at. So that will be our issue in the next few moments. As they need to turn back, the Prism's still on the way. Okay, we'll finish very shortly. A couple more units warping by. Again, Robo just over halfway done. The Nexus finishing shortly as well. The Prism already heading to the upper right-hand side to check into the top right and see what exactly is going on. Still got the Adept, still got a Sentry coming up as well. So all of that coming through as the Prism unloads into the main. A couple of Adepts unload, but they're going to have to load back up again, so No damage found just yet, as we begin to ready ourselves for the more forward-facing attack right on the front doorstep. Oh, Depth's getting warped in right there. Just going to be seeing the step forward. The sentries, the stalkers gathering up. Before skills go down, those few Adepts going to lift up and come back the other side. Guardian Shield is going to be present for the moment as well, as we just have the other Immortal joining up. Adepts still gathering together, a few more Adepts just getting warped on in. You have the Stalker and Immortal both continuing through. And as the double Immortal loads up, and we are just going to step on forward. The Adepts are going to make their shade. Obviously, this allows you to bypass the initial force fields. Adepts doing their thing, but we are up against a bunch of batteries, and honestly, Adepts don't do too much damage against the Stalkers. They're also tanky as well, though. It's the Immortals in the background that can do a lot of the damage here, while the Adepts really act as a big part of the buffer. Extra Adept warping in, we step further forward, the Immortal needs to be saved. And it will be saved by Goblin, drops it back down. Those Stalkers are melding. I just don't think we've got enough as KRYSTIANER. GG is called, and Goblin has the chance to take the 1-0 lead in the opening game of the day. Heading into Game 2 here in a couple moments' time. Alright, ferocious stuff from Goblin as he opens aggressively, hits hard, and finds the sweet spot of that matchup. So yes, I'm in the wrong chat channels. Trying to tidy up my StarCraft 2 screen a little bit. Alright, just waiting for Goblin. We can go into Game 2. Ready. Go. And no surprise that we're gonna, like I say, be kind of speeding on through into the next round here. And these guys are ready up for a second go at each other in this Group D of the Summer Championship. I'm gonna have a couple of days off. Back today with this Group D, and then play round of 16 begins on Tuesday. So get excited for all of that. So we count down into game. Top right, our red Protoss is going to be Goblin. And he takes the 1-0 lead over KRYSTIANER. The blue Protoss on the bottom left side looking to tie this up. Maybe take us to a Game 3. If we could be so lucky. Obviously a bit of a shorter day, only 6 best of 3s today because we're missing a final player, so we'll just have the 6 best of 3s and see what that leads us to as the gates come up, the assimilators come by. And Chrono Boost a little probe wandering around on the other side of the map, as we do have ourselves an aggressively positioned probe once more from Goblin. Maybe looking for another Robo here. Take the gold nexus. Is that the plan here for this game too? Really go a bit crazy? This is going to be what Goblin goes for. Wow. This is how our Twilight Council then building through. Couple Stalkers and Wolf Gate continue to come up as well. Twilight Council next is halfway done. Probe and the Wolf Gate coming up as well here currently. Let's just have the Blink starting up as well. So that Blink coming through and we on its way. So you see exactly where KRYSTIANER wants to take this game. No expansion from him. But obviously he's going to be a highly mobile Blink player against someone who's building an expansion basically out in the middle of the map. So you'd kind of think here that KRYSTIANER is going to be in pretty good space, right? Like, I like, of all the builds he could open with, I think Blink against this is great, because like I say, that mobility, kind of poke here, remaneuver over there, could be absolutely huge. And of course for KRYSTIANER, it's also about figuring out what's up, and he does not know about the gold. So that's still kind of something he has to figure out too, as for now he just sees a one-base Twilight player, but he knows it's not exactly the same kind of build he's going for, right? So he's also kind of aware of that. I was going to say, yeah, if that hallucination came back through and saw the missing probes, that could be a bit of a sign, but I did not get the scout on the recall. I did not scout the probes leaving. Unless KRYSTIANER just has a kind of a tingling feeling as to what's going on right now. He is currently in the dark, ready to throw down a Nexus. Maybe unsure about attacking because he just saw that his opponent was potentially on that kind of similar setup to him, so he doesn't feel confident in moving across the map, because you're basically attacking into someone who's doing the same as you, and then the attacker is almost always going to be in a worse off situation. Gets a little bit wild for sure. Twilight Council finishing the Blink sooner from KRYSTIANER. Will he move out at all? It really doesn't seem like. He's building Immortals, man. He's setting up defensively, and Goblin is going to get away with the earlier expansion, and the fact it's on a gold base. This build is working brilliantly for Goblin so far. He is getting into prime position now. There's probe just scout as well, and KRYSTIANER sees still no expand. At some point he's got to wonder though, am I not expecting this to be like, you know, maybe I start thinking that this is like a proxy nexus somewhere? I'm trying to send another hallucination now, puts the sentry forward. Again, uncertainty. As, to be fair, it still looked like an army from Goblin, which could maybe come across the map and have a little look and see as to what's going on as well. Robot facility is going to be finishing 2 sentries, warping in. We continue to get those units gathered together as the Stalker sentry begins to move out onto the map again. So the army really is just slipping up the left side. A couple of Stalkers getting in position. Probes in trouble. Battery is going to be going down as well. We do see the Immortals, Stalkers firing it up a little bit too. A lot of probes going down. Stalker's just going to blink in. We do see Immortals starting to drop off. I mean, Goblin just obviously has a lot because he's been on this gold base the entire time. So he has the extra income and he now just has the larger army. They both have blink. And Goblin, he did lose 14 probes. Alas, losing 14 probes only puts him equal on workers. So overall, out of this, he's still taking a massive army advantage. And he's still mining off of a gold, albeit that gold is now known about it, is much more exposed and potentially in more trouble. Guardian Shield pops up as we are going to start fighting. We're going to be seeing our Stalkers going down. The Stalkers taking hits. The Stalkers continue to fight. The sentries continue to gather around the charge. Coming in for Goblin, but I don't think we're even going to need it, as KRYSTIANER is going to have to say GG. The start of his day is not what he wants it to be. GG, GG. Alright, we're going to go solo versus a Goblin next. Send Christiana a quick message. Alright, I'm gonna hop on over to NA and get this second series of Group D ready to begin. Alright guys, just waiting for everyone to hop over, join the channel, and we'll get some videos started. Solar is here just waiting for Goblin to obviously join us. Played in the previous game, so he'll be ready to go again. Take a couple moments. We do have a slight switch up on the schedule, by the way. Spirit pre-played with Goblin apparently, so Spirit Goblin will be our last series of the day, because that'll be cast from replays if they've pre-played. So we'll be doing Solo Goblin, and then we'll be doing Christiana Spirit, Solo Christiana, Solo Spirit into Spirit Goblin at the very end. Cool, cool, cool. Speedy PvP to start the day off. PvP really has just been a quick matchup lately. I mean, obviously that matchup kind of tends to be quick, but I felt like in the past we actually saw a lot of builds in PvP which ended up taking us into a longer game, and it still happens. It just feels like more often than before even. We're seeing that kind of faster PvP again right now, so it's interesting stuff. Taking a few moments, guys, like I say, for videos to come through. Last Fantasy gonna be our opening video. Bum bum ba da dum. So yeah, a couple of videos coming in, guys. A few more. Got some map picks. My goal is to just keep the StarCraft rolling on this beautiful Sunday. It's super beautiful here, but it's pleasant outside. Do, do, do. Island ley line's taken out as well. A couple more maps videoed and we'll be good to go. How's everyone doing? How's everyone's weekend been? Has anyone done anything fun this weekend? Had a very peaceful, just quiet day yesterday. It's nice. Nice and chill. First map will be torches. Finally got there. Videos took a while, but we got it figured out. Into incorporeal for map 2. Perfect. Magnatha 3. If we get there. Swap our players in and we can go into this. Ready to solo, waiting for Goblin to ready up. Our second best of the three. That second best of 3 of the day will be ready. Go. So I asked Goblin if he was ready. He is. Let's kick this off. Let's do it, guys. Thank you again for joining us so far. Let's get into some more StarCrafting. We have Solo Goblin series starting right now. Beautiful. In the top right hand side, we're going to have ourselves the blue Protoss player. This is Goblin. Taking on the bottom right red Zergy, we have got Solar. Opening game, this best of 3. As a bit of PvZ on the way then. Our mirror matchup for the day is out of the way. The PvP is gone. We're going to enjoy some real StarCraft and some Zerg action as well. Solo looking to make it 3 for 3 of Zergs that would advance from the round of 24 into the round of 16 from Group Stage 1 into Group Stage 2. We entered the tournament with 3 Zergs. So far, both those Zerg players have gotten first place in their group. Can that continue into today? And Solo find that same success. I mean, he's definitely the favorite coming into this group as well. There's no doubt about that. So that definitely should be a big factor. What's up, DJ Crispia? Thank you so much for the 21-month resub on the Prime. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. As I probe, chasing a drone away up the right-hand side, the hatchery going down on that right side as well, getting in position for the moment. I'm just going to be seeing the Nexus and the Cyber Core. Coming up to drone, going to pass the probe. And everything else just going to continue to gather together for a little bit. See those drones mining those gold minerals up, and we'll see Solar getting set to make this happen. This seems to just be the go-to play on this map. It just seems to be the natural that you kind of get this up and running. So away we go. Ling speed, Lings, Queens, all building through. Ten Lings, 2 Queens, Ling speed building up, the Stargate coming in as well. So again, we got a little bit of everything on the go for the moment. Single Adept is going to try and shade through and just play defense against these Lings. The drones have opened up the gap though, so A link flood through can happen as the probes initially in the main base pull, but only catch one of those Zerglings, so unfortunately not quite finding as much there as we might like. Voidray Warpgate on the way, but I mean the Lings are going to start coming in. Goblin did not deny the gold minerals being mined out, and that's an issue. If you don't deny those gold minerals getting mined out, then the Lings get access, and right now you're seeing easy access given as these Lings break in. 4 probes already went down. The Adept's actually going to die here as well. I think this is a write-off for Goblin. This is not looking to be the game one he wanted to have. Voidray will come out. The problem with the Voidray is it obviously does low damage against the Lings, but we do clean up. It's just we've already lost 6 probes, and obviously more Lings will be arriving, and the Queen's arriving too as some anti-air. You can see 2 Queens initially onto that Voidray. Do we have a battery? Yes, we do. So the Queen shouldn't be able to win that fight. Lings can go back into the main mineral line, though. The Stalker came out of position. Now we're going to lose the Pylon. Now we're going to have probes in trouble again. More Lings can hit the natural because all the defense currently is going to be focused up in the main. And you can see where this problem just exacerbates into, you know, probably a GG, realistically. Solar takes game number 1, and a one not to really write about, as we'll head into game number 2 in a couple of moments, which will be on Incorporeal. Perfect. And how's everyone doing? Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Might be a quick day if this is how the games are going to be. Again, first PvP pretty quick. This CVP is speedy round 1 so far. Heading into this game 2. In a moment, just get Goblin invited in and we can go. And see, I mean, at the very least it's going to look different because you don't, you know, each map is different to torches. Nothing is going to be really replicated there, so at the very least that should be a factor. Soul and Goblin have both joined the lobby. Go. Ready up, and we are going to begin. Alright, countdown going to finish. And let's have a peek and see what's happening next. Top left-hand corner is going to be the blue Zerg. This is going to be Falcon's Solar. And it's obviously up 1 in this best of 3 after a very convincing opening game on torches. Bottom right, our red Protoss is Goblin. And like I said, at the very least, he knows he won't have to play against the same thing here because it's, you know, no map is the same as torches. So at the very least, you've got that going for you heading into game 2 now. Let's see what he can pull out. As Goblin definitely not afraid to kind of mix it up sometimes as well. We'll see what we want to do here. Overlord is still just setting up. And Hatch, Gas, and Pool all coming through for the moment. Just going to have our Gateway and the Probe coming in as well. Cybercore coming up to being about halfway done. Nexus coming up to being about halfway done as well, so we get all of that underway. Link Speed's coming through. The Queens and the drones coming up. Stargate in the Nexus building. Obviously much more standard this time around. Stalker just pinging. Overlord will take damage. A few more shots continuing through for now. I think our Stargate about to finish up. We do have our Link Speed halfway done. Voidray and the Warp Gate still building through. The couple of Queens coming online. We have the Hatchery halfway done as well, with a couple of extra drones also still just popping along for the moment. The Stalker patrol on that low ground. Overlord just sits right there. Gonna get the Voidray, which means we can kill that Overlord. Then the Twilight Council behind it could be like a Glaives, and just going into like nice fast Glaives where your opponent can't really scout you at all, so they don't have the confirmation it's coming super quickly. Could be a good way to perhaps approach this. The drones still continue to build on in. Just have the charge building up. A few gateways on the way down. So something different from Goblin for sure. I thought it was going to be more the push towards the Glaives, but it's actually going to be charge that's on the way out. So we get that all on the go for the moment. Voidray pushes that Ling away in the center as well, gets it off the watchtower. For the first few moments there, the Rotoron still just about halfway done. The lair coming in as well, bringing that up and online. Still extra drones, Lings, and Overlords building through as well as that charge halfway done. And Voidray just going to come through as well for a couple of moments, getting another snip and a snap. Couple Queens nearby, and the Voidray will again be deflected just for now. It's similar as Nexus all coming online. The Zerglings will gather on up. Have ourselves the Roaches continue to produce through as well. Currently about halfway done, as our Voidray will be heading over to the upper side of the map here. So again, that lair coming through. The Ling's on the way. The Roach speed coming online. These elves just going to get there and go after those Zerglings. Just going to push those back. And again, the Robo Facility Probe Charge all coming online as we speak. So we are going to have, double Robo behind all of this actually. So it's going to go double Robo, now Templar Archives. Is the double Robo a mistake? It's certainly a question. I mean, it's very odd to go double Robo from here, but it's also very lacking in tech anyway, so maybe you do just justify it. But then with the Templar Archives, do you really, I mean, surely just one Robo and Templar Archives does the trick, no? First Robo finished. If he starts to use it, we'll see if he notices the second Robo. He might just already have kind of, you know, he might have just genuinely want to have two Robos. Maybe he just wants to start getting the Immortal count super high from this point on. The Zal's doing absolutely nothing on their attempts to move forward here as Solar. Overlord speed coming up, Roach speed as well. No other upgrades. We are getting to the point where Solar is spamming units, and he's just going to look to try and win this out. That's why double Robo might be really nice, because actually just cranking out a ton of Immortals and a couple Archons for the Lings here may be a way to defend. But does Goblin realize again that he's got the second Robo? He starts up one Immortal, but not a second one. Supply block currently is not going to help you out either for the moment. Roach Ravage getting through, the units on the watchtower getting picked away at. Queen stepping across as the Voidray will begin to take some hits, so Roach getting pushed down a little. Ling Roach still coming through, Immortal Sentry coming up. Stalker's on the way as we speak. Forcefield's on the ram. Roach is going to break through there. The Stalker Sentry Immortal continuing to back it up for a couple of moments. Roaches will be running straight through. The probes are going to start pulling toward this as well. A couple of Ravager Biles going to go in toward these units. Stalker's taking damage, having to step away. Goblin's defense is not looking good. He's got 600 gas in the bank, but he's got access to a Templar Archives. He's got access to double Robo Facility. He's got so much he could be building. He's just not building any of it. He's honestly, I actually think this was a setup that could have defended this as Goblin. Unfortunately, not going to be the case in the end. Now he's just going to get ran through. Solo is going to take his opening match of this group. So let me just gather. The Roach Ravager continuing back through again. Just going to be seeing the sentries and everything else joining together here. The Void Ray overhead pops a Ling. Just a lot of Zerg. There's not much else to say. Goblin just floating money when this attack hits. The build itself was a bit funky in the first place, but that also leads you to question: was this an efficient enough build order? Was that just a problem from the start as well? What's the dealio? More piles, force fields get popped. We open the door to the front at the moment. We're just going to go after the hatch, taking that down. So hatchery is going to be taking some shots. I mean, Solo's not won yet, but it's looking very good when you've got the Protoss pushed back on 2 bases. I love the Bane Nest, I love the Lings, and another upgrade. He's just saying, okay, I'm far enough ahead, I can tech away from this now. And that's just going to ensure that you're not going to lose the game attacking into a 2-base Protoss with low-tech units of your own. Because that's 100% a way that you open the door back for your opponent. So, love the approach, it's smart, it's sensible. I think it's very, very nice as our Void Ray steps across. A couple of more is going to go after some Lings, Roaches. We'll take some damage as well. We're just going to be seeing the back and forth continuing sentries. Dropping some Guardian Shield, some Force Fields down. Could Guardian Shield as well if they wanted to, but I think the reality is that you need every Force Field you can get your hands on right now. And the sentry comes straight through. Been shooting, Void taking damage, extra Ravagers will start to morph in as we have our Roach Ravager force here. Stoller has an en masse group of units ready to slam into that front door of Goblins. So the breakthrough over there as the Void Ray gets across is going to get pushed away. The Queen going to force that Void Ray out for now. Force field's in position, the army has to step back. The Zealot's already going down. Sentry actually took a bit of damage there as well. More damage being done. Roach Ravager force really looking to crack in, close the distance. Couple of Corrosive Vials still coming through. The Immortals taking damage. It's not easy to break through that amount of Immortals, but it's also impossible for Goblin to go and do anything. Which is the benefit here that Solar has, is that he can just sit there and wait for the opportunity to kind of, open up to end the game. Goblin's position is not really getting any better. Solar's is. Solar's going to be on Ling Bane Roach Ravager soon. Upgrade still pouring forward for him. And Goblin knows he has to do something because he's constant on 2 bases forever. And that's exactly what Solar's waiting for. He's waiting for this move out so he can try and capitalize on a fight out in the open rather than a fight into the natural. Just few Banelings rock up. They don't do too much, honestly. Finally, now the sentries start to pop. They did pop a lot of the Immortal Barriers, though, and weakens them up before the Roach Ravager to play the finishing game on them. And Corrosive Vials will knock down the Prism. Okay, the Warp in finish, but that's not going to change the outcome here as Goblin sits at 70 supply and dropping to the 160 of Solar, who is going to play this game out to victory for 2-0 to open up the day. Alright, cast us to swap on over to Europa for KRYSTIANER Spirit. We'll get that going, and then we'll be back over with a couple of extra solo matches coming in. So, more StarCraft coming up, guys. You're watching the WardiTV Summer Championship. Thank you for tuning in with us. Swap to Europe and get ready to go. Cool. If people subscribe to me more, am I going to stream my wedding? No. I'm not going to stream my wedding. That's just the answer you're getting. There's nothing else to be said about this. If you pay for the wedding, you should get to see it. Hot tub church wedding stream. Ay, ay, ay. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Do, do, do. Waiting for Spirit here, guys. A couple moments, we should be able to go. Show you what he's up to. Spirit just AFK. I give him another poke. Do, 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 do. Alright, Spirit's here, and we can get started into this video process, guys. So a couple moments, get this set off, get ready to go. Bum 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 bada bum 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 bum. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Like I said, guys, a couple moments, just get some videos going. Took us a little while to get to this point, but we're going to be speeding along, hopefully, from here. Back on track as our players are no longer AFK. Always helps. Bum, 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 bum. We've seen ley lines come in as map number 1, apparently. So, we'll just get that hosted up, and this PvT will not be far from starting for us, guys. Have a little bit of patience. So, just waiting for players to be ready, and start to get proceeded. Do, 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 do. Oh. Alright, go and ready being called. As we can kick off into ley lines. Let's do this. Let's get started. Let's see what we are going to get. Game number 1 of another best of 3. So pretty rapid game so far. Hopefully, I actually think Spirit Christianer has the potential to either be short if Spirit gets very aggressive. I actually think it has the potential to be a bit longer as well. So see what happens. As we have in the top right-hand side, the blue Protoss player to start off our best of 3 on the intros is going to be KRYSTIANER. Up against the yellow Terran in the bottom left, we have got Spirit. Alright, racks and the gas coming through. You can see our SCV building, gate, and the assimilator coming up. We take a few moments to settle into this opening game. Barracks is a few moments away. Probe checks up the ramp. See there's the SCV building a barracks. Not too much else just yet. Pulls over the side. Let's see the SCV's mining away as well. Be cozy for the moment as well. Factory, orbital, all coming through. Get all of that online. We're just hanging out in the corner. Factory will be setting up on the top. Reactor still building through. Factory finishing shortly. Getting a lot of these little bits and pieces up for the moment as we continue to settle it down. Marine fights. Gonna come through, grabs a probe. Medevac in the medevac in the Cyclone building. Oh, Marines on the way as well. See the gateway gonna come in at the front, so it's gonna be dropping that straight on down. The medevac still building through here currently. Settled for a couple of moments. It's actually going to lift up on the Cyclone. It's going to remove some of the damage output, but that does not last forever. It feels like we're just buying time until that Cyclone's back, and now we can turn the fight around again. Obviously, the Phoenix is still able to poke at the medevac. Tech Lab finishing on the starport. Key Marines and the Cyclone will step together once more. We'll jump toward the pylon and try and work our way through that. A couple of Phoenix will get to fighting. Battery going down. We continue to work our way through this Nexus. And this looks as though KRYSTIANER just doesn't have a defense at all. Stargate opening, falls to Marine Cyclone. Group D for disaster is a word that could summarize a lot of these games so far for a bunch of the players. Definitely not ideal just yet. Tokamak Map 2 Let's see if that can go any better for us here. But yeah, this is absolutely turned into disaster territory. Put the lobby link down and see what we can try and possibly recover with. Krystyaner readying. Spirit readying up as well. Going ready and go even. Let's go into game number 2. Let's see if Krystyaner can respond. Krystyaner is going to be down 0-2 if he loses this. With solo left to play, does not exactly leave him in a very pretty position at all, so not really ideal. As we have in the bottom left-hand side. The yellow Terran player is going to be Spirit. Taking on the blue Protoss in the top right, it is Krystyaner. Game 2, the best of 3. Spirit leads by 1. What's up, the guy? We're on 53-month reso. Keep it up. Love from Munich. Hell yeah. Again, appreciate the 53. Appreciate the resub. The simulator coming through, the gateway getting set, and just have ourselves the racks and refinery continue to come about as well, just bringing all of that through for the moment. Roby Scout across the map gets turned around, no surprises just yet. What we expect to see in the first couple moments at the very least. Obviously, kind of expecting to see maybe not a Stargate this time from Krystyaner. Would be shocked to see that a second time after what we just ended up seeing. See if he's still just poking through, the probe taking a little bits of damage. Target going through, and Nexus is building as well. And a couple of Marines, the Widowmite going about, the Dev going to go poking forward. And then a jump into that CC. And we are going to be seeing the SCV going down as the Adept shares away. Starport, next step. It's Stargate again here from Krystyaner. Going to go Stargate, going to go Phoenix. Going to begin to get that going. But mine does blow up a little bit at the front, so a little bit of a grab right there. Cyclone Marines, the medevac continuing to come through. Marines in mind will continue to step over. And I'll look to see what is going on in the next few moments. As we have the Marines in the mine coming about, the couple hallucinations and Phoenix and so moving around. The medevac coming up here. This looks bad for KRYSTIANER because it's the same issue he just had in the previous game. These units are going to be starting to attack. He's not really set to deal with it. The majority of his units are the Phoenix, and he just doesn't have a lot. So cancel on the third base. I mean, there's just not really anything here. Go Phoenix like this, you typically expect to see like an Immortal or some kind of support available at this point. He just doesn't really have anything. The Cyclone's still alive. Going to be a major part of this as one store gets killed off by the lock-on. Phoenix coming forward, going to go for the lift. Are we going to free that Cyclone from the lift? No, he's going to let the Cyclone go down. The Marines are going to try and target down Stalkers. The Phoenix will be left to go after the medevac afterward. And now we're in the mineral line, so we'll just get a bunch of probes before we are done. And Spirit doing some extreme damage as KRYSTIANER gets low-key kind of just murdered by this opening. This Spirit puts himself in the driver's seat of this game number 2. It's really not looking good so far for KRYSTIANER, is it? Really just not looking too good right now. Oof. Well, Starport gonna lift off, Reactor gonna move over. Have you seen the Liberator in position? Is gonna go after a few of those probes as well. Just gonna try and get as much of that done as possible. Try and find as much damage as we can. It's gonna be a Liberator sieging up on this natural mineral line, and a few probes there are gonna end up going down as well. See the Stalkers come through, the Liberator will drop. We'll just have ourselves the Zealot at the front going to try and come through looking for that Cyclone. So the Phoenix going to get in there and pick that Cyclone up once again. Got the Stalker warping in. Stimpack combat and +1 upgrades all continue to come online. The charge is about halfway done as well. A couple of the Phoenix make their way back down to the bottom left. Of shells coming up, the Marauders on the way. Spirit's army going to start looking scary as charge finishes from KRYSTIANER. If the bio upgrade's done, and so much damage done early, you might just expect to see, Spirit able to overwhelm once those bio upgrades are finished. We'll see if he wants to push out and poke at that point in time, or if he wants to maybe hang back and try and play a little bit more slowly and kind of peacefully. That is to be seen as the Stim Combat Conquer 7 +1 all continues to come out for the moment. Salvage on the bunker. Upgrades coming through. Pilot stepping forward. Just seeing the hallucination. Sorry, not. For some reason I keep calling these Phoenix hallucinations. I'm just not used to them being real life actual Phoenix. I'm really not used to them being actual Phoenix, man. It's funny. The Marines is going to step forward, zone those Phoenix out once more. So again, we chase that out of there for just a little bit. So that bio gets in, a couple of Zealots start going down. Big bio army collecting in on the right hand side now. So again, joining up here for the early stages, we just have GG Hold and KRYSTIANER not having anywhere near enough to get back on track. So that will be that. Spirit makes it 2-0. And we'll be heading on over to NA again to see Sola's last couple of games of this group. Sola versus KRYSTIANER. And then Sola versus Spirit. Today is turned into a little bit of a brutal group. Are you making the groups afterwards? No. I have no idea when players can play and when they can't, so I have to message everyone still. I'll probably do some non-StarCraft stuff after. I don't want to play some Pokemon TCG on stream. I've got a bit of a vibe. I'm either thinking some RuneScape Pokemon TCG. I'm not really sure which. I think I want to play some Pokemon. It's World Championship weekend in Pokemon. I'm inspired to play some games. Inspired to play some games and be bad. Alright, we're back onto NA. Let me just poke Solar. It might be a moment. I forgot to tell him there's going to be one less series, so he might be AFK a second, but shouldn't be too much of a problem. Bum, bum, bum. Does someone broadcast the Pokemon World Championships? Yeah, it's all on YouTube and Twitch on official Pokemon stuff. You can type in Pokemon World Championship. You'll probably find multiple different videos from the different games that they have. So yeah, I'm tempted to play a bit. I feel like because I want to try and actually have like a good season this year in Pokemon. Like, I really want to try and have a good season, and I feel like to have a good season, I just need to... get some more practice in, so I feel like we might try and make it a bit more of a thing where we stream it fairly regularly, just to make it a little bit more, interesting. Get some practice in, so... Solar is coming. KRYSTIANER here as well, and we will be able to go. Perfect. Alrighty guys, couple of moments to kick this off and get this rolling here. Coach is going to be the initial veto. Pokemon Go. I play Pokemon TCG. Trading cards. They do have Pokemon Go World Championship as well though. Does Rifkin still cast / stream? He doesn't cast anymore, but he streams Rust and stuff. He streams most days. See him online a lot, but yeah, he streams a lot of Rust. Oh, that's what Rifkin been streaming lately. He streams some Wildgate and so on. Yeah, he does like some variety stuff. Looks like he's been playing a lot of Wildgate lately, actually. He's, like I say, he does a lot of Rust stuff, but also some variety stuff here and there as well. It would seem. Rifkin was a person. Rifkin still is a person, believe it or not. Crazy to tell you that, but he still is. We are 2 vetoes down, 2 more to go, and we will be into, or 1 more each, and we will be able to go. I think we're gonna I think we're gonna stream some Pokemon at the end of today's stream. I think we're gonna do a little Pokemon TCG stream. I'm feeling it. I fancy it. More videos coming by, and we should be moments away from kicking this off, guys. Ultra love. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Alright, let's get this hosted up, guys. Let's get it going. See what we can do. Do. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bum. Just waiting for everyone to join us. Casters, wake up, please. Up chop. Join the lobby. Everyone's ready. I'm gonna get this ZVP started. As we get this underway. So, we start this off as the only way that KRYSTIANER can advance is basically if he beats Solar and then Spirit also beats Solar. That's basically the only way that KRYSTIANER can advance, unfortunately. So not a great scenario for him. As we load on into Ultra Love and get this ready to go. And kick off into the upper right-hand side with the red Protoss player. This is KRYSTIANER. Taking on the blue Zerg. In the bottom left, it is Solar. And like I say, away we go. Get this one started and into play. Excited for what Solar brings us, I guess, but I think overall we're probably going to have a pretty heavy favorite in this game versus a KRYSTIANER who has not exactly had the best of days in the, already here. Has not exactly been looking too great. Definitely still not exactly looking too great thus far. So we'll see what happens, see what takes place as we get ourselves a few moments of action built into. Checking out what our build orders are going to look like. Nexus goes down. Just going to get that building over on the side, so we get that started up to begin with. The probe and a little bit of a patrol back and forth, as well as just take a few moments to get everything settled. Like I say, nothing too crazy too quickly. We're expecting, though, with a little bit of time, definitely opportunity from our Zerg to be rife, though. It's definitely, like I say, Solar who comes into this with the advantage on their side, with being the favorite. Can KRYSTIANER survive through that situation or not? An adept shading down to the bottom left-hand side, looking to see what's up. A couple lings will get nibbling away as well, so again, just trying to find our opportunity to get some initial shots in. Feel those lings still gathering together as well, so again we take an opportunity in a moment just to settle ourselves. Anyway, to see what the next couple of moments continue to bring us, as these couple of adepts end up in trouble right away, so a little bit of damage coming in from those, and the lings trying to get a wraparound, trying to chase some of those down as well to again maybe look for the chance. Got a little bit of something rolling here. Some of that opportunity to get an impact. 2 drones already going down. Not a bad start either. Nice to see KRYSTIANER able to get in and get some damage right off the bat. Let's see what feelings do really get to work nibbling. And there is the moments of wham bamming going down in return as well, so a little bit of action coming through, damage being dealt. So far so good. As we settle back into this early game. Temple Archives going to be on the way now also, so again, just something else that we can continue to bring up for a few moments. There's a couple of lings chase about. Did I still talk to Rifkin? Sorry, I missed that question, but yeah, he, I actually played a little bit with him during the OnlyFans WoW Class. Like I say, I played with him. I mean, he lent me some money for him. We chat a little bit, like, here and there. Pop into his stream every now and then. Kind of like, you know, his best friend or anything, but, so we touch base every now and then. I have OnlyFans? Why would I have OnlyFans? I've been hanging with some Aussie streamers now. Yes. I'm glad he found enjoyment in something after StarCraft, because he really put, you know, a lot of his life into SC2. Obviously, at some point just have to, I think for his own good, really step away. He was not having fun anymore, I think it's very fair to say. So, yeah. Never a bad thing to move on, but nice to see that he found a way to move on. Take a few moments, we really do just settle ourselves for a little bit longer. The Oracle activating for a few moments there as well, also looking for the chance to maybe get a little bit of damage dealt. While drones continue through too. Some of those roaches moving forward, so they're going to go for a little bit of a run in right here. Check to see what exactly might taking place. As they come running through for the chance to make a couple things happen. You do have the Ling Roach all gathering together. Stasis Wards continue to collect together as well. Just going to be having an army of Solar looking to really pounce and do what he's been doing so far today, which in the earlier series against Goblin was just getting to killing his opponent pretty quickly. And that looks to be absolutely no different as of right now, as these units go whacking their way up into Ward. the main and natural bases here, so they're going to run themselves straight on through. Straight in they go. Roach just still trying to find a little bit of additional opportunity. Just a couple of Immortals take some damage as well. So again, a few shots continue to come about for now. I mean, it's a difficult defense for KRYSTIANER. He's in an awkward place on the map for this. That is realistically what this is going to come down to here as a couple of Immortals come back down. Immortals and Archons or Fire Queen will take a couple more shots. Stepping back once again. I'm trying to step down the ramp one more time. Just going to see the few Ravagers coming about. Nice Biles obviously going to keep up the opportunity. It's just so hard for KRYSTIANER to get all of his units fighting at the same time. It's definitely one of the big issues right now. More Biles popping up into the sky. Continue to knock through here. Really looking to get at those Immortals and Archons, but Solo does get pushed away. KRYSTIANER is making a defense of this for the moment. And for now, at least, KRYSTIANER will hold on. We need to step across, just having ourselves the Storm coming up, plus the Attackers coming up, the Immortal on the way as well. We just have ourselves the Roach Ravager, Ling still building, and +1 missiles not far from being done here. See those feelings getting in on top of a few more probes as well, so able to get in for a little bit of additional damage. That Storm is chrono boosting along, the Prism unloading, and a few Zealots are going to get straight after that Queen as well, so really just going after this and trying to find as much as we may be able to. A couple of Vials coming straight down as well. There is the Queen to push the Prism back out towards the center. More Vials actually going to land beautifully on the tech units here, and KRYSTIANER keeps stepping into Vials, losing shields on the Immortals, softening those up in a big way. Solo's not far from +1 missiles, but KRYSTIANER's not far from having Storm added in. KRYSTIANER really pushing aggressively still into this army, believing he can chase it down and clear it up a little bit. A couple of Roaches intercepting the High Templar at the back there, but if it was a few more, it would have actually been able to kill them all. Instead, Solo in the end just about getting out of reach without those few units on that left-hand side, and this will resettle us here for the moment. Prism hanging about. We just have the army gathering together. Ling, Roach, Ravager still all on the way through. More Zealots getting warped straight into play. An extra Ravager comes morphing. Couple of Biles keeping the rest of that army at bay once again. We're going to see the Biles connect in. The Immortals taking a bunch of damage. High Templar as well, trying to push on forward here. The Zealots continue to take some hits. Double Storm onto the Roach Ravager, also going to hurt right now. It's going to be pretty painful as the Storm comes in once more. With a little recall or so. It's going to be seeing the Zealots still gathering up. Map covered in creep, but KRYSTIANER's supply looking good as he continues to push forward, and Solo has to type out GG. KRYSTIANER going to do the first step, keeping himself potentially in this tournament. If you can beat Solo, you potentially do have a route to survive in this event. So there is a possibility. It's not a large one, but there is a possibility, as Pylon going to be coming up as map number 2. Get that going in a couple of moments. Alright, a little upset here then. A little bit of an upset. We get ourselves into this next game. Get ready to pop off. And go, go, go. Boom, boom, boom. Alright, guys. Go and ready, says Solar. Waiting for Christian to give us the same notification. And pop off into this game too. And get right back on track with more games. Say Christiana coming up in a moment or so. Getting ready and up. See what he cranks out for round 2 here. In this Group D of the WardiTV Summer Championship. Christiana 0-2. Getting a map win now finally against Solar. Went wrong against Goblin, went wrong against Spirit. Just waiting on Christiana to ready up. Like I said, I'm pretty sure the only route through here for Christiana is if you 2-0 Solar. And I think it has to be a 2-0 as well, otherwise the map score can never be in your favor. You need Solar to lose 2-0, and then probably Solar to lose to Spirit 2-0. Then you get ahead of Solar on the head-to-head to get through. Like I say, it's not likely, but he got the first game. It makes it possible. As in the bottom right, up one, red, Protoss, Christiana. Taking on the blue Zergy in the top left corner of the map, we're going to have Solar. Alright then, Proby moving up and around. Probe coming across, hatchery is continuing through. Just got the Nexus and the Cybercore still building up. So we got all of that rolling. See the, again, Nexus continuing by, Cybercore building as we speak. Assemblator pylon. All building right here, get that hatchery finished. That probe's still patrolling just for now. Start getting to the corner. Going to be our initial a little bit of a setup. Nothing too crazy just yet, though. I mean, again, really just get set and seeing where we go. The Stargate is halfway done. The Adept and the Warp Gate building up. Ling speed, Queen, the Lings continuing through as well. As you see the couple of probes continue to build up. The Adept going to sit there, and that Queen going to be right there as well. Again, a couple of Lings coming about. Ling speed coming online. Hatchery will be bringing us through in the next few moments. The Lings will come about. The Adept's already taking some additional damage. We will see the Lings looking to chase through here for a couple moments, and the Adept's actually going to get surrounded for the moment. So Adepts will go down. Damage will be done. Oracle pulling back over the right side. Twilight Council, Robo Facility both coming up. We got those gates coming in from KRYSTIANER as well. Let's bring a lot of this straight through as the drones. She's going to get caught a little bit. A couple of queens going to get active. The Oracle's still taking some damage as well. So again, a little bit more damage coming in for the moment here. Adepts is going to go make their way across then, so we continue to step on over. Adepts going to try and shade their way straight into this natural. The Fueling's going to get a wraparound queen. Going to be firing too. We get 2 drones though, so still not bad from the Adepts. Temple Archives nearly done for KRYSTIANER. We'll be able to get Archons out and start putting some pressure and harassment in with those. As 4 High Templar will begin to build in 2 of those Archons, and then they can jump into that Prism and look for that opportunity. So, try and see what we can make for ourselves here as the Fuelings gather about. Just going to be seeing a couple of probes getting jumped on. Archons swinging away at those queens. Archons honestly not having a bad start. The queen's still hitting the Archons. Going to force one of them up now as it gets low at the end there. More kill right onto the tail end of this. Let's just have everything still joining us. The Archons go after the Overlord for a few more moments. Overlord will go down. The Roach and the Queens settle in on the other side a little bit. Let's have the +1 missiles and Roach speed building behind this as well. Now I'm going to try and jump onto an Overlord here, so I mean, still going to have these Archons putting in work. Not bad at all, honestly, right? I mean, this is a lot of resources lost in favor of KRYSTIANER so far. 1,500 to 700. It's a very good beginning up until now. Prism's still just looping around with those couple of Archons as well, trying to see what else it is that we can do. The Queens still joined up together. And we'll have again the +1 missiles, the Roach speed coming by for the moment. Infestation pit about to finish. 6 Roaches on the way through. Again, 8 drones going down as those Archons got ready to strike for a little bit. You're gonna see them coming in exactly again for 2 more drone kills right there. So another nice pick off just early. Roaches in the middle of the map. Still joined through. Swarmho is going to be the choice from Sola. Ooh. Something a little bit different. We don't see Swarmhost a whole bunch, so something a little different right now is you just have the couple of Archons unloading, the Prism moving across, the couple of Zealots in there. That charge is going to complete right now from KRYSTIANER, so we get that finished up. And the Prism just heading to the top. Trying to get into position, but not too much really taking place just yet. Storm continues online. Squawkcrawler gonna zone out the Warp Prism here. And the Loca's actually popped pretty early. So obviously not great to see them those units where they are. Not ideal just yet. Gonna see Archon, Immortal, High Templar all gathering through. A little bit more Roach Ravager gonna be there. 1 Zealot going down. A couple of Lings taking some damage. Have ourselves the Zealots still pressing forwards, going up against those Swarmhosts at the moment. A couple of Zealots continue by, just gonna be seen. I mean, Swarmhosts have to put themselves out defensively. It's never fun having to use yourself defensively like this. Close is coming about. The Roach is going to come through. I mean, this is going to be a little surrounding this Roach Ravager force, though. Well, Mortal still putting in some work. Roach Ravager taking a little bit more damage still. It's going to be GG, and KRYSTIANER is going to just knock Solar down. So Stormhost really just not getting off the table at all. And that is going to send KRYSTIANER to a 2-0 here over Solar. GG. Alright, Solar Spirit is coming up next, so we get that ready to go. The 2-0 for KRYSTIANER does keep him in this group. It keeps him alive. So there is still a chance, is what we are saying, basically. There is still an opportunity. There is still an opportunity. So videos will begin. We'll get this started. This EVT should be going in a minute or two, guys. Get this rolling. Alright guys, a couple of videos coming in. Shouldn't be too long. I'll get this started up right now. And last and Fantasy and Pylon. They're half videoing in public, half in private, so that's taking place. What's up here, Marine with the Raid? Hello everyone, if you just joined us here, this is the WardiTV Summer Championships. We are into Series 5 out of 6. We've got a couple best of 3s left today. It's been a pretty fast day. We're an hour and 40 in. We unfortunately never found a 5th player for this group, so we only have 4 players, and so only 6 best of 3s. But welcome, like I say, I got a couple matches up. TVZ up next as Solar takes on Spirit, and then Spirit against Goblin going to be the last match of the day as well. So that will be coming around. And that is the go-to here for us. That's where we're heading to. One, two, three, four. I think so. Okay, I think Solar is translating the videos from Spirit and PM into the chat. Oh no, I'm just blind. Never mind. All right, so this was Spirit actually talking about the last video, so he still needs to start videoing in public as well. Talk map going to be map 1, and take this in and get us into this CVT. Alright guys, lobby is up. Just waiting for the players to join us here. Ready. Oh god, no, I just clicked start without like any of the casters for some reason. Stupid moment. Try that one again. Alright, it's M2. Let's get this rolling. Let's get this going. There's going to be Tokamak coming up for us here in just a couple of seconds. So we get Tokamak rolling here. We'll bring this out. See what will happen. In the top right hand side, we're going to see our red Zerg player here is going to be Solar. Taking on the orange Terran. In the bottom left hand side, we're going to have ourselves Spirit. Alright, so ZVT best of 3. Like I say, Spirit's kind of fighting, obviously, for his own chances here. He's currently 1-0, good start, but would love to go further, and even in first place would be really nice for him. Let's see what we can do. As we just have the hatch, a couple drones, racks, and the gas all building up for the moment here. And set for the moment. Obviously, he's fighting for KRYSTIANER a little bit as well, because if KRYSTIANER gets... if Solar gets beaten by Spirit here, without winning a map, KRYSTIANER might actually advance, I believe. I believe that is the way in which KRYSTIANER still has some hopes and dreams in this matchup, basically, so... that is very exciting, too. Spawn pool coming about. Reaper on the way, Orbital and Command Center building up as well. For a few moments. We're just comes into place, just going to be having the few lings, a couple of queens coming up. The Reaper starts to head out to the upper right-hand side of the map, so poking across for a couple of moments, if nothing else. Queen is going to be there. We're again turned around. See a couple of shots coming through as we have the link speed, Queen, and so continuing to build up for the moment. So got ourselves settled in there. The Reaper coming around, and yeah, Starport, Command Center, Orbital continue to build through. The link speed's about halfway done. Reaper just going to be there to challenge the Queen a little bit as well. Starport again not far from finishing. Hellion still on the way. We'll just have a couple of queens continue to make their way around for the moment here. So again, get that set up. We're just going to be seeing the two queens straight after the Reaper. Just going to get that brought through. The Hellion's coming about as well. So again, just bringing a little bit of everything up for the moment. The cloaking coming up as well. Settling down right there. Gonna have ourselves again the cloaking coming by, a little bit of everything else coming through as well. So again, so far so good. Waiting to see what our next step of this may just be. A little bit of movement continuing about. Then just going to be seeing the Reaper and a couple of Hellions still coming around as well. So again, we settle down for these initial moments. As the Reaper just gather there, so we do see them hanging about for a moment or two, and obviously the feeling is actually going to work on the rocks, so take a couple of seconds to try and find some damage involving that as well currently. Banshee and the Queens together going to go after those. Banshee and the Hellions together going to go after those Queens. He's actually taking a lot of shots. We retreat back to this 4. We don't get either good pullback from Solar. Just about able to keep those Queens alive in the distance. Now the Banshee's staying in a safe place, but the Hellions are moving to Hellbats. The Lings popping out will struggle to deal with this, but the Queens continue to move through. Queens still building by, just going to be having the Banshee settling down as well. The Stimpak continuing to come up, about halfway done currently. SCV still moving through. Just going to be seeing a couple of Lings are going to come about as well for a moment or so. So again, just a little bit of a step across. Just going to see those two Banshees making their way over as well. Going to put some work in, a little bit more damage still being done, so again we work on through this for the moment. So again, just a little extra coming about. It's going to be seeing those Banshees coming back through also here. Need to settle down for the moment. Take a moment to step back the other way and have ourselves the Banshee still gathering together there. 6 drones, 7 drones going down, so a little bit more damage being done here so far. It's going to wrap around onto a set of rocks, and you can see those rocks will begin to take some damage as well. So rocks getting knocked down a little bit. Have a few more moments as the Banshees pull back themselves. The Marine tank pushing out. Spirit with a decent army here and looking to capitalize in a moment where Solar is teching up. Ultra Cav and Vipers, all of that on the way through. So a lot of that being established still. He's actually going to get a good jump onto those Queens.
Game paused.
Solar going to pause, but not a great moment to pause. Definitely not for him, as it felt like he was obviously in a bit of trouble. So go gets called. Should be able to start that going in just a second here. It's ready. And we should be able to get this a little bit resolved. Yeah, I can't go because I'm not referee, so I had a moment of having to relog before this game, and so I just gave away my referee-ness, unfortunately. See those couple of Banshees putting in some work. Approaches, the Ravages continue to come through just for a second or two, so again, put some work in on that. Is it going to be enough here? Can we actually kind of poke through this on the side of Spirit? It seems like no. It seems like Solar is going to find a defense here and is going to be able to push this back for the moment, so it's going to be a nice removal for now as well. Marines, a couple tanks continue to step over then for a couple of moments. They continue to make their way across into this direction. I see those medevacs escaping around that right side, trying to find a way through for just a couple of moments as well. So just trying to find that opportunity, trying to find those openings, trying to find that way to get some work done here, but not really anything coming from this just yet. He's actually going to fly back over. I'm going to go and set up for a couple of moments. Just going to be seeing the drop coming down, so going straight into position. I'm just going to be seeing the rest of the bio coming through once again. So again, big punch forward for the moment. Actually going to chase those ultras away. So again, pretty scary for a couple of moments. Just have the bio continue to pull back, and ultra will go down. Medevacs continue to boost back away. Solar does seem to have control of this for the moment, though, as he does continue to chase with the Ling Road Ravager force. Spirit is forced all the way back to the other side of the map. Solar taking bases as we go. Creep spread, obviously, not in a bad place either, getting further and further forward here even, so also looking pretty darn reasonable for the moment. And a couple of Vipers gather up, the Ling Ravager Ultra coming through. Bio army still just collecting together. Those few additional Banes going to come in and online as well. And a couple of those Lings just going to be hitting the command center here, so a bit of damage onto that CC, morphing into the planetary fortress. Nothing too major. The main thing is the main army that's stepping forward that right now going to be in play in the next few moments. Get that right up and into place. Coming through, we continue to step across, having ourselves the a little bit more damage being done here, and the army continue to come about. Just going to be seeing the Ultra's going to run into that mineral line. So yeah, Spirit gets a base on the far right, but his entire side of the map is covered in Zerg units, and that's obviously not really what you want to be seeing. This part is definitely not looking super pretty for the moment, so some trouble here, no doubt. Let's just have Medevacs loading up one more time. GG gets called, and that is going to be a solo victory in game number 1. Get that into game 2 then in a couple of moments. Let's see what the second map is, and we'll like I say, get ready to kick this off into it. Second map is going to be ley lines. Onto Solar's server preference as well, which is not exactly ideal. Quite what you're looking for in this scenario. Spirit up, get Solar in. We'll be ready to go. Alright, let's do this. So we get into game number 2. Solar leading by 1. Second map coming up. Get ready to play. say, into ley lines we go. Let's head in game and see what Spirit and Solar have for us game 2. Bottom left will be the Blue Zerg this time around. This is going to be Solar. Very good in that last game. Let's see what it's going to look like here. As we have in the top right, the red Terran is going to be Spirit. Get this up and rolling. Proxy Barracks from Spirit is going to be the play, so he gets those set up to move. The Marine just going to come about for a couple of moments. A little bit of damage being dealt here. Nothing too surprising in that regard. Just yet. The drones come moving about. Shots coming through. Little bits of damage being done. Just gonna see those Marines trying to chase in after for a couple of moments. The Marines actually really do go after those Zerglings. Bunker gonna be settling down as well. Just gonna be seeing the Marines stepping up. Again, a couple of spines coming in. The Queen gonna be right there. The bunker going to be finishing very soon. And that is going to be full aggression here from Spirit. So he's going to get a bunker up, obviously not super close. There'll be double spine crawler for Solo to try and help deal with this. It's going to be the situation as well. SCVs have pulled. There's a full-on bust attempt then from Spirit. The Lings are going to be here. You want to try and keep these units in reach of the spines. Doesn't want to let them up to the high ground, but then do we get much choice? Drones are now pulling in. The Spine's been fighting throughout this. Now the Spines are out of reach, though. This feels like a disaster for Solo, no? Yeah. I mean, he's trying to put a Spine Crawler in reach, but this entire main base is going to be in trouble. Solo has no drones left, and GG gets called. Spirit takes game number 2. CV pull good to close that one out, and we go to game 3 on Magnetha. I think Sol is safe, though, because he took a map right, so I think KRYSTIANER always is eliminated no matter what, so that is no longer a concern. For Solar, at least, Spirit could be up 2-0 and potential to go running away to the first place of this group right now. As we get game 3 ready to start. Go ready, swap everyone in. We go into game 3, guys. Game's continuing through. Just like that. Let's kick this off and see what will happen. It's a Magnetha. Proxy Rack's good. Big map here for game 3 with Solo in the bottom right and Spirit in the upper left. Like I say, big map maybe is nice for Zerg, but we'll see what the plan is here from Spirit. He let this come through into the, you know, veto pool, so he's got to be somewhat okay with this. As the SEV and company come through as well. Get this underway, get this started. Exciting beginnings. Well, the SCV just steps over for a few moments still, so we get up over there, and it take a couple moments to settle ourselves down. It's gonna be 3 barracks again from Spirit, so he ain't messing about, man. Really knows what he wants to get up to as the Overlord comes up into position to scout out this set of barracks, so we're getting that ready to go. What's the correct response? I mean, he just needs to not let the Marines walk past the spine crawlers. He didn't know it was coming. Second spine was barely finished. The Lings were too far back. You need to kind of fight in either spine crawlers, right? But if he runs past the spines, and you've invested into like building 3 spines, which then essentially did nothing in the all-in, is obviously very bad for you, right? That's clearly the issue. So, yeah, just a case of that being the problem more than anything else, to be honest. So Marine's gonna go after some dronies, so looking for some opportunity here. The drones try to peel their way after this, so trying to find a little bit of an opportunity. Not quite going to find it just yet, though, so far. A couple of shots come through, some damage being dealt. Just going to be seeing the Marines still gathering up for a moment or so. I'm going to hit that bunker a little bit, try and find a little bit more damage. Just gathering up together. Obviously, Spine trying to reposition. We are going to be seeing the Spine finishing here in a moment or two, so that will come in. So we will make it there. And it's just going to be seeing the Spine and company continue to come about. Just going to be seeing the bunker still taking some shots right now. Things really do run forward, and again, looking for that opportunity right now to potentially make something happen. Just going to be having the bunker taking some big hits. So a few big connections coming down. So some damage being done. That will defend. The Spirit just taps out. GG's, too many spines to get through, too committed here. And that is going to do it for the moment. So that is going to be GG's on our game. And I suppose we will head into our final series of the day. Being kind of a wild one, to be honest. It's just been fast, it's been speedy, it's been pretty much just non-stop more than anything else. Get this set up. Hang on a second, guys. Alright guys, loading through. Should be good to go here in a moment or so. It's on the way. Spirit vs. Goblin. Final best of 3 of the day. It really has been a fast day, guys. So apologies for the speed games. Get into this now, though, as we have Incorporeal coming through. Get this going. In the bottom right-hand side, is this the final group? Final group of the round of 16, yes. There is still a round of 24, sorry. So after this, group stage 2 starts on Tuesday. He was the 5th player. We did not find a 5th player. Everyone I reached out to did not respond. I was honestly holding out for someone to reply to me this morning still. They didn't, so we just went with a 4-player group. Spirit in the bottom right, our yellow Terran. Goblin in the upper left, our pink Protoss. To get this one underway. Alright, so barracks coming down. The probe already moving out here from Goblin. Gonna get that moving early. Has to take a couple of moments. See what mayhaps we can get up to here for a couple of moments right now. So get this set up, get established. We're going to get turned around by the SCV Nibbles, which is very reasonable. Coming over against Cervical, and the Nexus continue to come up as well, so we take a few more moments here just getting ourselves established after that Nexus comes in. We'll see the factory building, the reactor on the way on the other side. A little bit of everything coming in there. And so just have, again, the refinery coming up, the factory coming through. A little bit of establishing being set up here as well as the warp gate comes about, the gateway comes up. Really do just take a few moments to settle this down in total. It is chrono boosting along. And the factory going to switch on over to a reactor right now. It's just going to move straight over there. And we are going to try to get a couple of Hellions started up as well, so get those on the move right now. A little bit of early establishment then coming online as our gateways build up also. So gates coming into play. The hallucination going to come across the map from Goblin to try and see a bit of what's going on as we speak. And there's the warp gate coming up, so I can get that straight on through. I'm just going to be having the SCVs on the way. A couple of Hellions coming about. Arek's going to lift off and move across as well, so also just going to take a couple of moments to take some positions. Stalkers in the center, he's going to walk up here, and Goblin going to be applying the pressure as he runs in initially, so he's going to come straight through into this. And he's going to run up into the main base as well, so getting into this main SCVs right off the bat in some trouble again, and damage will continue to come through for a couple moments here on this one. And SCVs continue to join up together. There's a lot of SCVs going down. Obviously, on the other side, the Hellion Drop is putting in some serious work as well. So also trying to get a whole bunch done on the other side of the map. I mean, 27 SCVs, 21 probes going down so far are, like I say, some pretty serious numbers thus far. Definitely not bad. As the medevac pulls back, take another couple of moments to continue settling down here. So again, so far, so good. Just gonna see those medevacs getting chased away. Who comes out better off? 12 probes for Goblin. Yeah, I mean, 12 probes for Goblin, 7 SCVs for Spirit, but he has double orbital. Very powerful in this low economy kind of scenario. And Spirit has more army supply standing to begin with as well, which I also think has to be seen as a little bit of a factor here at this point in time. Siege Tank and the Marines still continue to come up. We've seen the Banshee, the tanks putting some work in. Marines going to get nibbled at as well. Apparently it's going to be just good enough as Spirit realizes that... Goblin realizes Spirit's army is a bit too powerful. GG's. Now we're going to go to ley lines for map number 2 as Goblin really just wanted to try and put that one to a close. And we head into game 2 here. Let's see what will happen. And for everyone to join us. Even the consolation prize of killing the tank. Not been a lot of consolation prizes at all today. I feel like every game's been like, I take a lead, I win. You know? It's been a lot of wanging and banging. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy as we get into game number 2. In the top right side, leading 1-0 is the yellow Terran player, Spirit. And down the bottom left, our pink Protoss is Goblin. Alright, Rax comes into play. And to take a couple of moments to get set up. Probe is going to wander forward just for a second. And just a little check to see exactly what's going on. So again, nothing really too surprising about that just yet. So far, so good. Probe just falling back. Factory on the way, waiting for the cyber core to finish for a little bit more of an idea as to what we're going to get into here. That Tech Lab finishing in just a moment or so. Just going to be having the starport, a couple of Marines coming about. This finished, the Cyclone is on the way. And we'll just have ourselves again Warp Gate the Sentry making its way across for a couple of moments. So, getting settled here. And here we go, the Sentry popping. And obviously the Twilight Council going to give us not a bad starting point for Goblin as game 1 got pretty hectic, got a little bit out of control. Now we look to get on back on track a little further. Let's just see the Cyclone and the Medevac building through. Cyclone's going to pop here in a moment from Spirit. Comes out. Hallucination checking forward at the moment as well. Try to see what's going on. Cyclone and Marines both make their way across the map as well, so they will also step across right now. Blink chrono boosting, the Cyclone locking onto the Stalker. Two Stalkers and the Sentry together, just going to chase the Marines out of here. Hallucination really does just make its way across. A couple of Marines in the tank step about as well. Hallucination takes some damage. Top on the main base, the Marines and the Cyclone will actually come through. Good micro on the Cyclone, going to keep it alive against that Stalker. Saves it. Stalker super low. It's tempting to try and get it, but it would land you in even more trouble. For now, I was going to say the medevac's getting away, although that's a lie. The medevac does not, in fact, get away. We ain't getting anywhere at all as the Stalkers and the Sentry regather up. Going back out towards the center here currently. Take a moment or two. Goblin will gather. Dog's going to shoot. A couple of Marines will take some shots. Just going to be seeing the SCV pull is here. So Spirit very, very committed to this right now. As we make our way over to the other side of the map. And it looked to really just push through and put a lot of danger onto the other side. I mean, this is going to be tough for Goblin, who I actually think took a bit of a rough start to this already. So definitely not ideal situation at all right now. This is going to be seen as army coming straight across. We'll continue to fight through a gateway. So already just a bit of a slow beginning as well. Like, not in a rush to make this happen. Just going to take what's given at the front. There's no third base here to get rid of. The Stalkers actually come around the back, and they will go and continue through. That's going to blink forward. Tank's going to get some good shots off. Stalkers getting destroyed by them tank shots. Nicely done. Banshee's moving forward, and we are going to get back into pushing at the front here. Pylon's going down. Robo Facility will be in trouble in the next few moments as well, I'd imagine, as those couple of tanks continue to shell away on this situation. Pylon's still taking damage. It goes down. Robo Facility going down also, like I say. And those tanks will knock this Robo out. So that is going to be taken down. And I think fair to say that this is looking pretty miserable right now for Goblin, because this position does not look... This doesn't look easily breakable. He has charge, but there's a complete wall off. There's SCVs here to mass repair / just block up as well. Multiple tanks behind. Banshee's dealing mega damage, and Goblin has no choice but to try and make the move. He's just going to go for it. Ideally, tanks target fire the techier units in the back rather than zealots and so, which they don't do as well against. One tank goes down. We're going to get rid of two tanks. It's honestly not a bad attempt of a breakout. I actually think maybe Spirit could have target fired a little bit better earlier. What is going to be an issue is the triple Banshee still alive. They deal so much damage. Obviously, also the problem is the fact that we gave up 20 probes to be able to break out of this anyway. But, yeah, GG's. I think it's going to come to a close here. Spirit takes the 2-0 over Goblin and rounds out Group D. Spirit 2-1. Solar 2-1. I think Spirit has the better map score, though. So I think Spirit will get first, Solar second, and Goblin third in this group. Christianer in fourth because because Goblin has the head-to-head over Christianer. Alright, guys, it's going to wrap up our Group D and our round of 24 of the Summer Championships. So as mentioned, these are our players advancing into the round of 16. Obviously from Group A a few days back, we had Hero, Nightmare, and Cure. To refresh. Then Group B, we have Rogue, Bjorn, and Percival. Then Shin, Crater, and Bunny out of C. And then Group D will be Solar, Spirit, and Goblin. Those 12 players are joined by Clem, MaxPax, Classic, and Zound in the round of 16 group stages, starting on Tuesday and playing over the next few days as well. So you guys can tune into that. We got group or stage round of 16 action every day. That should be a bunch of fun. So, with that said, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It's been an absolute pleasure. I don't actually have anything else to really add on for you guys. Just thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. And, yeah. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. That's just going to be a quick one. I'm going to wrap it up. Why are there only 4 players in Group D? I reached out to some players to play. No one replied to me. So I just went with 4 players. Honestly, I didn't want to invite I didn't want to invite Protoss because I know a bunch of Protoss that would have said yes. Now, that's not why I didn't want to invite them. But I was really trying everything I could to get a non-Protoss player. And in doing so, I left it too late to get someone involved for today. Like, I could have asked a Protoss player yesterday, but I was really hoping my last few messages, like, through the night would get through to someone. No one wanted to play that wasn't a Protoss. I'm not saying, like, obviously it would have been nice to have more games. Like, I'm not just, like, hating on Protoss. I don't want to invite them in my terms or whatever. That's nonsense. Just, we have a lot of Protoss, and I was really trying to get a Terran or a Zerg, and I just probably went a little bit too hard on trying to get a Terran or a Zerg. I believed a bit too much instead of, just letting up and just inviting a Protoss last night or something. So yeah, fun day, just a short day, that's all. But that's okay. I'm going to go enjoy my weekend, guys. I hope you guys do the same. I'll be back tomorrow. WardiTV Mondays tomorrow will be later. We're going to be starting 4 hours late. I have to have a wedding meeting tomorrow. And I think starting later and just doing the full show is more important to me than starting at the same time and being basically only doing 2 hours and then having to leave. And especially because like 2.5 hours in is like when semifinals start. It would really suck. So tomorrow's WardiTV Mondays will be later. This is not a permanent change. This is just a one Monday scenario. So when's the wedding? In 3 weeks. Counting down. Alrighty, guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.